right in the middle of a sentence, I said to this girl I was talking to, pointing to my wife, "Now that's the kind of woman I'd like to marry." I went over and danced with her, and we danced all night, and I asked her out for the next day, and basically we never stopped dancing for 21 years after that. We had just celebrated our 21st anniversary about 9 days before, 10 days before. And one of my daughters and one of my sons and I were performing at Hale Center Theater. As we were leaving our cast party that night, we started driving home. The following morning was going to be Christmas Eve, and so we started on our way home and decided we needed to pick up some stocking stuffers. We were just going through a green light, and we were in a 1997 Mercury Sable, so there were 6 of us in a relatively small car, and all of a sudden a large red truck came speeding through the intersection through the red light and hit us broadside. I remember, looking up and wondering what they were thinking and what was going on when I saw the truck coming. And it just all happened so fast. And I remember being hit. I remember the feeling. I just felt like my body totally shut down. Like I could feel myself not being able to breathe, and I could actually sense my heart not beating. My wife, when she first saw the truck coming, she just shouted out, "Oh no." And she threw herself on my daughter to make sure she'd be safe. I called out to my wife. I just said, "Cheryl? Cheryl? Cheryl?" And there was no response. When the paramedics came, one came to each of the front doors. I remember the first one looked at my son. He just took a quick look at him. He looked at the other paramedic and shook his head. And I knew that he was dead. The other looked back at him and nodded as if to say that my wife was gone too. I told them that my daughter was still alive, and so they hurriedly tried to get her out. I was actually lying in a hospital bed in the emergency room when they came about 4 hours later and let me know that she was also gone. My wife and I had actually lost 5 of our 9 children prior to that accident. And each time we went through that experience, I think one of the things that made it possible for me to endure was the fact that I had her by my side. To lose 2 at once that I knew so well and had known for so long was more difficult than anything we'd done before. But to lose her at the same time, my wife of 21 years, was beyond description.